Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's the gamer like in here, and today I'm bringing y'all the first video of my new series. This is gonna be a Minecraft Let's Build series, and it's gonna be one chunk builds. The first build we're doing today is gonna be a wizard tower, and so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna lay the foundations right here. Basically 3 blocks straight, 1 diagonal block, and it's kind of make a circle like that. And the 2 materials that I'm using is like the cobble style diorite, and then I'm also using the polished diorite. So for the corners, for the diagonal blocks, use the cobble style, and then go ahead and for the side blocks use the polished one. So we're just going ahead and fill this area up, make a little door, add the foundations for the next floor, and I like to alternate the materials that I use. So for the first floor we mainly used the polished diorite, so for the second floor we're going to use the cobble style diorite. Go ahead and fill that in and then add a perimeter. This is going to be the foundation for the third floor. Now the third floor is going to be just like the first floor. For the diagonals, the cobble, and then for the main 3 for the sides, use the polished. Right here I'm just checking the floors, make sure I have at least 1 block of jumping space on each floor. Go ahead and fill out these diagonals and then fill out the sides. Fill in the foundations for the next floor. So the second and the 4th floor, they're going to be the same. So we're using the cobble style. And 4 blocks high, just fill it up. And then go ahead and build a perimeter 1 block out, just like we did on the previous floors. So this is going to be the final floor, and the final floor, I was originally going to make it just like the first floor, but I decided I wanted to make it extend 1 more block outward and upward as well. So we're actually going to take out these columns, and then we're going to add 1 block up and 1 block out perimeter. And I'm going to use the polished diorite for the perimeter on this part. Go ahead and carve out like a little circle area, and that's going to be where we place our bookshelves. And right here on the outside, take off 1 layer of the blocks and go ahead and add lanterns to the diagonal blocks. And we're going to do the same to the bottom side as well. Right here, I like the way that the cobblestone stairs look. Obviously, you can use different materials than the ones I'm using for this build, but just kind of follow this template. You know what I'm saying? Like using different blocks and using which blocks and whatever. Obviously, if you're on survival, it's going to be a lot harder to get lanterns, so you can use glowstone. It looks just as fine, It's just I prefer the lanterns for this build just because it matches the color in my opinion. And these stairs that I just built right here, they don't really fit into the one chunk build area, so they're optional. You know what I'm saying? You don't need the stair foundation at the bottom right there. So now I'm just kind of adding glowstone wherever one floor ends and the other floor starts, just because I like the way it looks. It's like some hanging lights, like from Harry Potter that had the hanging candles and stuff in the Great Hall. And now we're going to build a staircase all the way to the top. My preferred material for this part is actually stone slabs, but the stone slabs were going to like utterly confuse me. So I decided to just, you know what I'm saying, right now I'm trying to figure out how to use them and it's just not going to work. So I'm just going to use the polished diorite. We're basically just going one more block up and around. And then right here, make sure you can fit through, like when you're going upstairs and downstairs, so you don't bump your head or anything. And now we're going to go ahead and add some bookshelves, because this is going to be like the enchanting room. And that's why we kind of dug out that area earlier. And always check your builds as you're building them. And go ahead and add lanterns in the corners just like we did previously on the other floors. But what I was saying is always check your builds. As in, don't just build the whole build and then look at your build and realize that you wanted to change something. You know what I'm saying? As you're building it, check it every now and then so you can kind of see what's going on. So you don't have to end up redoing like a major portion of the build later on. As with the diagonals, I like to use the cobblestone style diorite, and then for the straight sides, the polished. You just go ahead and fill that up 4 blocks. And now we can go ahead and replace 2 rows with cobblestone stairs. And earlier we couldn't do this because we didn't have the bookshelves as the foundation. But now we do, so now we're going to just go ahead and replace it. And also add some lanterns or some glowstones up here, just because it looks nice. And this part is optional, but I'm going to go ahead and add some lanterns on the floor here, just so we have some lighting in the floor level. Remember, a wizard tower should never ever have torches. Torches is what you use for castles and peasants. You know what I'm saying? Wizards don't need torches. They got some magical lighting. Just adding another bookcase layer just so we can get the full level 30 enchantment. Okay, so for the roof, it's gonna be like a cone-shaped roof, and we're gonna be using 2 different colors. So the material you use here doesn't really matter. You can use terracotta, you can use clay, whatever. You can even use glass. But personally, I like the way that wool looks, so I'm gonna use dark blue wool and light blue wool. But before we do that, I'm gonna check to see how the build looks. It needs some windows. So the diagonals where we use the cobble style diorite, go ahead and take out 2 layers of those and replace it with a similar color glass to the color of your roof. So since my roof is going to be blue, I'm going to use light blue colored glass. Go ahead and just add some more bookshelves to fill it out and make it look neat. And then where the glass ends and the stone block starts, that's where we're going to start our roof. So just build a perimeter around the already built area and then fill in the corners, because you want to make it look kind of thick. You don't want to make it look like it's not a circle. Make it look as circular as possible for the perimeter. Right here, we're just going 1 more block in and 1 block up. So the way I like to alternate colors is for the main part of the roof, because we're going to do another room. But for this main tower roof, 2 blocks, 2 rows of blocks of one color, the dark color. And then the color you want to do right above that is the light blue color. So right here I messed up. I dropped my wool. But we're going to go and just replace it right here. And you want to build this 2 blocks up. So now that we have done that, just fill in the edges or the corners. And we're actually going to modify this later, but just for the sake of adding some structure and stuff, we'll just go ahead and fill it in right now. And then now switch back to your original color. 1 block in, 1 block up. Always check to see how your build looks. One block in, 1 block up, and then 3 blocks up right here. And then just add like a plus sign to round it out. A little 360 view. And we're going to go ahead and actually cut out the corners to make it look a little bit neater and thinner, or less thick. There we go. That looks pretty nice. Now you can leave this as is, you know what I'm saying? You can add some cauldrons and some brewing stuff inside on the other floors. A little 360 view right here for y'all. But I'm actually going to add another room. But first add a lantern on top. Or a glowstone. So on the 3rd floor, that's where we're going to start off the other room. But as you can see, the staircases don't align. So I'm going to have to actually replace the entire staircase and make sure that it is on the same level. That works, and we're just gonna have to just fix up the top part of this area now. And I'm actually gonna carve out some of these books, because I realize that you actually don't need that many books to get a full level 30 enchantment. So yeah, right there I was just checking to make sure I had the full level 30 enchantment. Take this out, check again. We're still at level 30, so we're good to go. Unless that's, I don't know if it's level 30 because I'm in creative or because I got the books. But oh well, it looks nice, so oh well, you know what I'm saying. So right here, build 3 blocks out. This is going to be the walkway to the next room. I'm just going to switch up some materials so you can kind of follow along to see which materials I'm going to be using. Since this is going to be a brewing and a cauldron room, it seems to be like this is going to be where the witches are at. You know what I'm saying? The wizards are going to be enchanting and the witches are going to be out here brewing and stuff. Because witches actually do be brewing in actual Minecraft. You know what I'm saying? Don't call me a bigot or something. You know what I'm saying? The witches you find in the swamp, they actually got brewing and cauldrons in there. So for me, I personally associate witches with the color purple, like Halloween time and stuff like that. So this room's roof is going to be purple. Red would also look good, would be a good contrast with the blue. So yeah, right here, 3 blocks out. And then we're going to be doing a 3x3 block area with the polished diorite for the floor. And I'm building up this cobble or this stone just to make sure that it's going to fit in my 1 chunk area. Go ahead and build a perimeter around this area. That's going to be where you start placing your walls. Go ahead and fill out these walls and just fill in this roof real quick. And if y'all like this video, I'm gonna get into that in a second. In the middle part, you know what I'm saying, cut it out. Similar color to the roof, add your glass. And I'm gonna carve out the bottom parts of this to make it look better. Okay, but yeah, if y'all like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps new content creators, and it really just takes 1 second. You know what I'm saying? You don't lose money or anything. Just hit that like button right there. Hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot more content coming out like this. Okay, so we're good with that. And wherever the roof is, that's where you want to build a perimeter around it with the wool to start your cone shape. We don't need this anymore, so we're going to take it out. So for the smaller room, you don't need to follow the pattern of 2 layers of one color. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to do 1 layer of one color and then 2 layers of the other color. Add a lantern on top. That looks beautiful right there. And you know what I'm saying? I actually did not like the way the purple terracotta looked. So I'm going to replace it with something else, purple concrete. But you can leave the terracotta, you know what I'm saying? It's up to you. It's just up to the builder's discretion. So right here, we're going to add some structure. So it doesn't look like it's just hanging there out of nowhere. And what you want to do is the middle one, since it's 3 blocks, the middle block, you want to have it extend out 1 more block than the side blocks, as you can see right here. And we're going to do that on the other side. There's a skeleton hiding under my tower. How is he not burning? That is really strange. That skeleton should be on fire. So right here, I try to extend it out 2 blocks and stuff, and I did not like the way it looked. So we're just gonna keep it extended to 1 block. There's something missing right here, and when I was building this, I didn't really notice what it was at the time, but it's at the bottom part of the floor should be pointed. Just gonna add some diorite to the side so I don't fall off. And on the floor right there is where you want to place some glowstone. So just in a plus shape, I'm gonna use the cobble style diorite. You know what I'm saying? Go down 1 and then have like 2 diorite blocks pointed down, or 1, it's up to you. One thing you have to know with my builds and with this series is it's not an exact science. You don't need to build it exactly like I did. This is just to kind of show y'all and inspire y'all, like You know what I'm saying? If you want to build a wizard tower, this is one way to do it. You know what I'm saying? And you could always add to it, make it your own, you know what I'm saying? Customize it, add decorations and all that stuff. That's what Minecraft is all about, creativity. Add a lantern on the bottom right there. So inside, just like we did with the first floor, we're gonna add glowstone and the glass on top, because I really like the way that looks with shaders. And if you're playing Minecraft just to being creative and building stuff, I highly recommend shaders. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes it look so beautiful. We don't need this anymore, so we're gonna take it out real quick. And yeah, that's the one chunk wizard tower, but we're actually not done here. We're actually gonna add some windows and a little bit of decoration before we consider it a fully complete build. A little 360 view in the dark. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all two different styles of windows that you can do. So one style is on the first and the third floor. Take out a middle block on the straight blocks and replace it with 3 windows, like 3 layers of windows. And the other style, and this is the style that I prefer for this build, is that on the first and third floors, take out the diagonal cobble style diorite blocks and replace them with glass. And on the second and fourth floor, replace the middle ones with some glass. So you'll see what I'm doing here in a second. You see what I mean? On the second and fourth floor, just replace the middle ones with the glass block. So just bear with me here, folks. We're almost there. Right here, you don't need to do all this. You know what I'm saying? I just like to add decorations and stuff. Get birch fence, because it's like the closest to the white color fence that we have. And don't put it on the first floor. It doesn't look good. 1, 2, 3 fences in between each glowstone. And on this part, there was only 2 fences in between, so I didn't like that. So I took out the top floor glowstone. And I'm going to add glowstone to the ceiling for some light. I don't like that the roof is just exposed like that. So we're going to add like a ceiling. Some birch fence to hold your glowstone. No one's even going to see it, so you can have a floating glowstone if you want. But it was just easier for me to do it this way. Just like with the bottom floor of the room and the main tower, glass and then glowstone. Beautiful. So this build is officially done, and so right now it's nighttime. We're just gonna go ahead and switch to daytime. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Mr. Zombie, Mr. Skeleton. And I'm gonna give y'all a 360 view of this wizard tower, fully completed, one chunk build. Like, share, and subscribe. And you know what I'm saying? Everyone have a blessed day. You're a lizard, Harry.